Welcome to 12 Talk, and welcome to the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. We are on location today, and we're here to welcome Mr. Cleavon Little, Tony nominee, Tony Award winner, actor, singer, dancer. I'll leave off the rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. We talked about that earlier. Welcome to Alabama and to 12 Talk.
Well, it's my pleasure. You can add the beggar man, thief, rich man, all those things are great fantasies to have. It's good to be here. I'm enjoying Alabama, and I'm especially enjoying my stay here at the festival. I was telling someone I think this is probably the best theater I've been in throughout the country. So I can say that if I can't say anything else.
Well, that's high praise, and we appreciate that, I know. All God's Dangers is the show that you're here. It's a one-man show about Nate Shaw. Give us some...
Well, Nate Shaw is an old man who was born here in Alabama, and it's based on a book by Ted Rosengarten. And my involvement in it came out of an experience talking with a friend of mine in Minneapolis who saw a reading of the piece and mentioned it to me, and I made connection with the writers, Jennifer and Michael Hadley, and that's how it all started. It was interesting. I told him at the time, I said, I've been waiting for you, because this has been one of my great fantasies, is to do a one-man show about an old black man from the South. And the irony is that Ted Rosengarten, when he went to see Ned Cobb, whom the piece is written about, he told him, he said, I've been waiting for you to tell my story. And Ted, of course, taped 200 hours, and the book was a Pulitzer Prize book. And it's very exciting, playing an 84-year-old man.
A lot of people will recognize you from the movies that you've been in. Blazing Saddles, I guess. Are you known more for Blazing Saddles than probably anything you've ever done?
Probably so. I'm trying to shake that now. I think I do more than just ride a horse and act crazy and funny. From time to time, I go out of my mind and act a little something else. But that's been the biggest thing. Of course, a couple of years ago, I did a play called I'm Not Rappaport with Judd Hirsch. That was my first introduction of playing an old man. But as most medias do, they put you into a category, and I try to keep away from them. But this one, I couldn't keep away from.
You talked about earlier that you've been waiting for this show. Is this one of those shows that you want to become a part of your life and that you can do on and off for years and years to come?
Absolutely. Also, it's something about this character, this personality, this man, that is so intriguing, and that I really think is every man, not just because he's black, but I think he represents the earth of this country, what we're built about. It's about a man who had a certain integrity about his life, who cared for his family, and who stood up for what he felt was right, and was willing to pay the price for it. And it's something in mind for ourselves today.
So it's something there for everyone. It's not necessarily a sad show, and it's certainly not a comedy, but there are elements throughout.
Right. Well, most of our lives are not just tragic, I would hope. We do have comic situations that do occur. After it happens, that's when we reflect on it, then we find the funny part about it. But it's a human story. It's about a person, about human beings. I play about 25 different characters in the course of it, which makes it even more of a challenge.
And gives you a chance to show your range as well.
Yeah.
The show will be running from September the 5th through October the 1st. We want to invite everyone to come out and be a part of this as well, to see you, to get a chance to enjoy the show. We will also want to mention that you're going to New York with this show when it closes here.
Absolutely, and we're going to go there to the Lambs Theater and try it out there. But my immediate focus is right here in Alabama. I want to see what happens here. I think that would tell the tale.
Thank you very much for being on the show today. Our guest has been Cleavon Little. We invite you to come out to the Alabama Shakespeare Festival and see All God's Dangers. You can call 277-BARD and get your tickets through that. And if you'll stay with us, we'll have more news in just a moment.
The play All God's Dangers will be closing Sunday at the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. It wraps up the theater's first pre-New York run and launches star Cleavon Little's next run on Off-Broadway.
This parade made a big moderation.
All God's Dangers is the story of Nate Shaw, a Macon County sharecropper. Shaw talks about his life during the early 1900s.
What do with all that meat? That's the most meat I ever seen any nigger. you see it.
It's a one-man show, so how does the star feel having the whole play riding on his shoulders?
Scared to death. Very frightening. You're the only person up there. The only other actor with you is the audience. I couldn't do it all the time. I think it's something an actor should do once in a while. It really gives you a sense of what your craft is.
Little feels it's important to start the run of the play near the place where the real Nate Shaw, a man named Ned Cobb, had lived.
I think it does great service to the play to come and do it where it originated from. And I have gotten a affirmation from people who live here that that character is real and valid. They've seen old people like that the way he talks, the language, the accent, and all that is right.
Little missed this year's Emmy Awards because he was working on the Shakespeare Festival stage. He won an Emmy for his guest appearance on the NBC comedy Dear John.
Well, there's not very much to tell. I was married for almost 14 years. One day during breakfast, I peeked over the sports section and I saw one miserable woman.
None of them look good in the morning.
Little has known the series star Judd Hirsch for 20 years, and the two start on Broadway in the play I'm Not Rappaport.
Of course, as a result of it, I won an Emmy, which I thought was fair turnabout. He won the Tony, and I win the Emmy. So we have a lot of fun laughing about it.
Cleavon Little and All God's Dangers wrapping up before it moves to off-Broadway, and it's spectacular. Quickly, wake up.